We're live, and we're going to be talking about SDCC. And this is going to be a little crude. But I have good news and more good news. And if you haven't seen the earlier stream, some bad news. So I'll go over some of the bad news. My PC died yesterday, and it came at a really bad time where, like I said before, all my money is tied up in the Gen Con trip that's coming up next week, and I don't have the disposable money to replace my PC, and I probably won't for maybe a couple of months and maybe longer, depending on how things go. And so I found myself in a position where we're not really going to be able to make videos like I normally do anymore. So did an earlier live stream talking about there was a fund, a PayPal fund that I put up there if people wanted to help out. And oh my gosh, we hit our goal already, like the first day. I'm blown away. So I want to say thank you. Thank you so much. Blown away. So there's that. There's also news out of San Diego Comic-Con for Star Wars Legion. Commander Cody has been announced. So all you Republic players get excited. We've got Commander Cody coming. He looks awesome. And this is going to be a little tricky because I can't exactly show him to you the way I normally would, because if I had my PC operational right now, I would just be like, here's the overlay, and the graphics would be going on and stuff like this. But I am nothing if not resourceful, so I do have a very crude, low-budget way of trying to do this right now. So work with me. I've got graphics that are gonna happen. Rusty says, "Hey, dude, literally started Legion a couple of weeks ago because of you. Thanks so much, dude. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. I appreciate you." Commander Cody, play of the game. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I was starting to wonder why we hadn't seen much of Cody. Like, I was wondering if there was some kind of problem with Cody, because if you go back to Star Wars Rebels, they talked about Cody multiple times and never showed him, and like, what is going on with Cody? And then, of course, he is coming in Bad Batch, so that's cool. Bad Batch Season 2 is going to have Cody in him, in there. But not only is it Cody, we're also getting Waxer and Boyle. So we're going to take a look at all of these. If you saw the thumbnail, you've already seen the miniatures a little bit. Gar players rejoice. All right. Lewis, you're late to the stream. We are talking about San Diego Comic-Con. Atomic Mass Games just announced officially Commander Cody is coming. Clone Commander Cody is coming as a Commander expansion to Star Wars Legion. And we're also getting Waxer and Boyle. Now, I wasn't at this stream. I'm obviously not in San Diego Comic-Con right now. I'm in the trusty garage. With lightsabers and helmets behind me. But does this work? Does this work? That's what it does when you don't have the blade in it. Anyway, so no, I'm not there, but I did get emails. Chris Martin sent me a pretty cool email. So thanks, Chris. But also these images have been all over social media. So yes, very, very cool stuff. And we're gonna take a look at. We're gonna talk about some of their stuff. But if you guys are just joining in, also, earlier today I had the stream about my computer being down. It kind of blew up last night. Have a little more to talk about with that. First off, thank you so much, everybody. We had a lot of folks contributed, and we hit our funding goal. So now I'm going to be able to get a new computer ordered much sooner rather than later. So instead of going months without a PC, I may just be like a week or two without a PC. So because I'm going to take a little bit of time and try to find. I'm blown away because we're over $1,200 right now. I think we're like at $1,260 or something like that. I didn't think we were gonna get that much. So I'm blown away. So and anything else that comes over, we'll just go to, because there's other things like tax and shipping, and also PayPal takes their cut. But if there's anything beyond what it costs for the PC, then a new monitor, a keyboard and mouse, and all that other stuff, because everything was old for the whole rig was old. So, but honestly, the big chunk, it's tremendous. I'm absolutely blown away. So thank you all so much. I'll be doing a proper thank you, once I get the computer, and of course, soon, when I am not completely spastic. My head is all over the place right now. It's been a roller coaster of emotions today. A roller coaster, huge roller coaster, but it's good. It's good. But if you couldn't donate or just didn't want to, that's okay. I still appreciate you guys watching. And those of you who could and did, I really appreciate you guys as well. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much. Let's talk a little bit about Commander Cody for Star Wars Legion. So we saw 3 miniatures spoiled. It's both Commander Cody and also Waxer and Boyle, but Waxer and Boyle are heavies that are, like individual upgrades, personnel upgrades that can go into a unit. They can go into a clone core trooper unit. So either a phase 1 or phase 2 clones, or potentially another core clone trooper unit if they happen to have something else other than phase 1 or phase 2s. That's where Waxer and Boyle can go. So that's pretty cool. We can actually look at them a little bit. Here comes my graphics. The graphics are going to be funny because I don't have the computer working yet. I mean, granted, we just hit our funding goal, so great, but I still have to place an order and do all of that stuff. So that's still going to take time. So in the meantime, we're still going to have a little bit of a break from video content. There's still a hiccup in the system, but I have some things in the queue, so you won't be too far without any content. But here's my crude graphics. All right, so we're going to talk about, yes, I printed this out on paper. So I have paper graphics. Let's talk about Cody. Can you guys see him? I mean, this is probably too lousy to actually show you guys. He is, and this is official, right? Well, I mean, the announcement is official. The paper I'm holding is just a printout of a photo of a slide. So it's gone through lots of... But yes, so Cody has he's 105 points. He's a commander. 5 courage. 5 health, 2 courage. Red defense die. He has surge to crit, so very good for a clone to have surge to crit for all that fire support shenanigans. Very, very cool. He looks like he has command training equipment, maybe some other stuff. He has a black and a red, it looks like, for advanced combat training for his melee. It looks like he's got range 1 to 4 DC 15 rifle for his gun, which is 2 red and a black with lethal 1 and something else 1, maybe critical 1. No, it wouldn't have critical 1 if he's got surge to crit. He's got lethal 1 and something else 1. I don't know, something that ends with T with a 1 after it. So something that edit 1, did it 1, I don't know. But he's got lethal 1 on there at least. So that's cool. The only other one I could think of, maybe impact 1. Impact 1, that's what it is. See, yeah, I should have known that. I'm trying to run through, because I play Wordle sometimes, and so I'm trying to run through all the different possibilities. Audio 1, no. Frame 1, no. Anyway, so impact 1. And he's speed 2, so he's kind of a standard clone commander, but he's got some different abilities. So yeah, 2 red, 1 black, 1 white. Oh, there is a white. It's hard to see because it blends into this dude's head. You see there? I'm gonna get real close. There's a white in there. So 4 dice at a range 4. So he's a nice little sniper commander, right? Yeah, there is a white die in there. Thank you, chat. Look at this. Who said that? That was Justice Reynolds. Thank you. Pretty good eye. I have it right in front of me, and I didn't even see it. You've probably seen it online though, because it's like everywhere right now. So he's got jump 1 built in. Nice. He's got observe 2 as a free action. Observe 2 as a free action. Awesome. Of course, observe 2 is putting 2 observe tokens out there. On somebody range 1 to 3, observe is usually range 1 to 3. So very, very cool. And that's better. Like, that's an improvement to like the whole clone mentality, because now all of a sudden it's much easier. Like, that stacks on top of the sharing. So if he happens to have an aim, but he's also got some observe tokens out there or something like that, then somebody can spend his aim, and then they can also other people can still spend the observe tokens. So it's like I like observe. That's really, really cool. So I think he's gonna be very popular because of that. Maybe that alone, just the observe 2 on him is cool. is really cool. Then you look at everything else, plus his range. His range is crazy. All right, jump 1, really, really good. Take cover 1 is interesting because the take cover puts it like Leia has take cover 2, right? Like you're putting out dodge tokens. So he's handing out dodge tokens. That's gonna work with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yes, of course it's gonna work with Obi-Wan Kenobi. I bet you he's got a card that teams up with Obi-Wan. Like, you know, like there was some talk about team up cards with the Ahsoka and Asajj wave. I expect some team up cards. And oh my goodness, if Cody has a team up with Obi-Wan Kenobi, then maybe Rex will get a team up with Anakin. Maybe Cody and Rex can have a team up, right? Maybe Anakin and, oh my gosh, the team ups is, I don't even know how that's going to work. I'm just thinking of, you know, thematics of people doing cooler things together, like tag team, you know, matches and stuff. And oh man, that's cool. All right. So take cover 1. He's got direct for vehicle, which is also cool. Direct vehicle. So he gets to give a free order to a vehicle, which is really, really nice. Although that one seems a little counterintuitive because I'm thinking of him working with Obi-Wan Kenobi and also supporting clones. And you're like, oh, okay. Well, I guess. I mean, it could work. It could support the tank who, you know, has outmaneuver and stuff like that. So I guess that works. And he has target 1. So after he's just issued an order, he gets an aim token. So he's getting an aim for free. So he doesn't want to move as much as Rex does. He wants to stay put, and he can do an awful lot by staying put. Observe if you get too close. You know, observe is exactly what he did. Yeah, Big Ben with the smart. Yeah, good remark. Exactly what he does in episode 3 tells that artillery to fire on Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's pretty thematic. And it's kind of cool because I don't think we've seen any direct vehicle. I don't think we've seen much that can automatically do that. So if he's hanging out back by the tank, that's really cool and thematic. Especially if he's range 4, he can still support troops pretty far in front of him with take cover. They can get to observe 2 still works. That's cool. And he's got the. I mean, if they're not too far in front of him, they can take his free aim that he'll get from target, but he may want to use that himself. Surge to crit, he can trigger fire support with range 4. Very, very cool. So Commander Cody looks like a very good addition to the Rebel. Does he have his special jetpack? Yeah, he has jump 1. He has that built in. So he's got a lot of really good keywords. Some seem natural and some are like I feel like take cover and direct vehicle don't work perfectly together. They seem like they make him multi-purposed. So he can work in a vehicle list or he can work in a Jedi list. And because I don't think you usually see a whole lot of Jedi and tank heavy lists because Jedi are expensive, tanks are expensive, and the clones core or the clone troopers themselves are already expensive. So you kind of more often than not you tend to go one or the other. But there are like the Yoda tank lists, the Yoda Padme tank lists, which Yoda doesn't need the dodge token as much because he's already got surge to block, but he's still cool. So I don't know. Or maybe Anakin. Maybe he'd be good in an Anakin tank list, but he's Cody. So I have a feeling we'll see command cards and more for Cody's kit that allow him to synergize a little more with Obi-Wan Kenobi. I've heard a lot of people saying that Obi-Wan Kenobi is not very good anymore. I still think he's great. I have no problems at all with Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think he is solid, completely solid. Dusty says, holy bleep. Yes, I need this. Yes, dude. So here's what we got. This is my makeshift graphics because the computer is dead and I can't do the normal type of videos that I would typically do. I'm stuck using my phone. And so I have a printout. By the way, so if you guys are just tuning in, my computer blew up. We did a fund and I linked it in the last live stream and on social media. And thank you so much to everybody. We actually hit our funding goal already early and we're moving past it right now. So, which is really going to help because that'll allow me to potentially get a better computer than I was even aiming for and or some peripherals to go with it. So I'm really blown away. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. I will do a more proper thank you video with individual names. I'll be thanking each and every one of you by name. So thank you all so much. And maybe maybe a little something extra if the things work out. I think a little something extra is probably in order. All right, so we're going to, let's see what we're going to do. Let's talk about Waxer and Boyle. Okay, so we also have Waxer and Boyle. Now, I don't know if this is just one pack with 3 clones in it, which would be different. It could be cool. Or if they're going to be like in 2 different sets. Like, I don't know how they're coming. I doubt Waxer and Boyle are their own thing because they are just, they just have these. So I could see this being a pack. That's kind of cool. Instead of just a commander, maybe you do a commander and then 2 named characters, and this is a way to, get a little bit more out there since prices tend to always go up, especially in inflation and stuff. Where, hey, if I'm gonna have to pay more for an expansion, let's put more in there too, so it doesn't feel so bad. Then that's a great way to get a lot of stuff at. Upgrade card pack 3. I don't know. Maybe clone upgrade card pack. Another thing is we're overdue for like a second core unit upgrade pack, like fleet trooper upgrades and snow trooper upgrades, and also phase 2 and super battle droid upgrades. Right? Where Cody needs a mini crab. I can't do mini crab. Mini crab's dead. He died. For you guys who don't know what I'm talking about, in my live streams when I'm with the PC and I can have all the special effects and the graphics and stuff, I have a little mini crab that can pop up on the screen and do his little sound effects. I can't really do a mini crab. Oh, I can do a mini crab. Hold on a second. I can do mini crab. It's not the same. Okay, I can do mini crab. Oh, it's mini crab. It's mini crab. This is Oh, we got a super chat from Peter Von Bleichert. I hope I didn't say your name incorrectly. More for the Save the Mini Crab Fund. Thank you for all you do for our community. This is for you, Peter. This is Mini Crab. He's Clone Commander Mini Crab with his lightsaber nunchucks. This was, I don't know, if you guys have been following me for a long time, you may have seen this before. This was sent to me by Master of the Fleet, or Master of the Force, MOTF. And it was actually a Mel's Miniatures. He actually has this on his shop. You can order a Clone Commander Crabbok on there. But yes, this was done in anticipation of the Clone Wars before we actually got to see the Clone Wars. But this is Mini Crab. So yeah, this is Mini Crab in lieu of the computer. So we do have Mini Crab for the garage streams, for the low tech streams, and we have graphics. And it's all analog out here. It's all analog, So we have to do what we have to do. But yes. So anyway, yeah, Cody is here. We've got. Let's talk about Waxer. So he can only go in a clone trooper unit, phase 1 or phase 2, because he has to be on a core. He's unique. He's 15 points, which actually isn't that bad. He gains Scout 1, which is always nice. It gives you a little Scout action there, which is cool. Which means maybe not so well with Rex, right? Because the scouting party won't work if you've already scouted. Disciplined 1, nice, since you're not getting that extra courage, unless, of course, maybe you put him in a phase 2 clone unit, and then he's really doing good. And then he also becomes the leader, so you can't... and I think he's going to be better in a phase 2 unit. Phase 1 already has more leader options. But yeah. So that is awesome. That is awesome. And we've got Boyle. Boyle, who is also same restrictions that Clone Trooper Unit Core only. We don't actually get his full point cost. It's kind of cropped out of. So I don't know if there's a point cost for him floating around somewhere that I just didn't get to see yet, or if it was deliberately kind of cut off. But he gains also Scout 1 and Leader. But the difference is he doesn't give you Disciplined. He gives you Guardian. So that is also really, is he also 15, JD? Because I know Waxer is 15, but Boyle I can't see. They're both 15 points. Thank you. Look at the chat coming through like superheroes. Awesome. So Boyle is in there at 15 points also, with Guardian, Scout 1, and Leader, and it looks pretty good. Guardian is interesting though. I like Guardian, especially against the Jedi. I think maybe Boyle's better on a phase 1 clone unit, because they're going to be cheaper. You don't mind your cheaper unit taking the hits, Yeah, on the Reddit, you can see the side of the frame better. That's cool. Yeah, that makes sense. Again, this is I love being at these I love being at these events, like the one at Celebration, especially being able to ask questions. And then when I can do my stream with you guys, I can talk. You're like, oh, they actually said that this will blah 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 blah. You know, I can't really give that kind of insight. But what I can do here is react to it and have my low res graphics, of course, because this is how we're doing it now. And it also gives me my talking points. Because another thing about having the PC is I can have like my notes and all of my talking points, and I can arrange everything. And I can usually have a script. If you guys have been following me for years, when I first started out doing this, I was all over the place and never had a script or a plan, and it was very disorganized and it was a mess. And over the years, I've tried to get better at doing what I do and having kind of a natural flow to the conversation and sort of being able to do that normally. So that's kind of what I've been working on, and it's harder to do that now when I just have my phone and a printout and my trusty analog mini crab. So dance for us, mini crab. Okay. So let's see. Did you notice? So JD says, did you notice the text formatting is different between boyle and waxer? It's tough for me to really say that. I'm not sure because they're a little blurry in the photos that I've seen. So. Sneeze. Only live. Well, sometimes it happens. But yes. Scout is on different lines. Scout 1, discipline and leader. This unit gains guardian, Scout 1, and leader. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's that. There's no rule that says Scout 1 has to come first. Thank you for that. So I'm not sure. Did you get here too late? What happened? All right, so I'll do a recap in a minute. We're talking about Clone Commander Cody, Waxer, and Boyle that were just announced by Atomic Mass Games. Also, I was giving everybody an update on the channel and the drama from earlier today. I had my computer exploded, and so now I'm stuck using my phone and live streaming and doing my graphics and low tech and everything. But you guys came to the rescue, and we have a fund going on right now to kind of help me out because the computer thing exploding, while, you know, I usually like to have a little bit of extra funds available for something like this. I'm about to go to Gen Con. All of my money is tied up in Gen Con, whether it's the airfare and then of course the deposit on the hotel, and then of course expenses while I'm there. So I just can't afford another computer right now, and probably won't for a while. This is the time of the year that drains me, and so it was just it was awful, and so I made a fund, and I did a live stream earlier, and it's hard to do that. I don't like having to ask for help on things like that because, you know, it's embarrassing, and it's, you know, I don't want to have to do that, but this time I kind of had to do that, and you guys really came through. So thank you all, thank you so much, and also in my super chats. And Peter with the huge super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. It's been a crazy day. Jacob agreed. It has been a crazy day, and thank you guys so much. You mean the world to me, and you guys are the reason I keep doing this. And also, and because of the love of the game. Right? I love all these games. You know. Let's see. Tom says to let you know I got the Cody news from your notification, so paper graphics and analog things are totally fine. Yeah, it's what we do. Whoa, Magnus with a huge super chat. Thank you, Magnus. I appreciate you, buddy. Magnus, thank you so much. I'm overwhelmed. He says, "Well, your boy has yet more content to pre-order, so I can receive it a year after release due to Asmodee Nordic not getting any stock." Oh my goodness, dude. I understand what it's like to pre-order and then you don't get it, right? There have been some things I've ordered from internationally. I've just said, like, I think it was Yoda and the Wookiees. I ordered those from the UK because they were delayed so much over here, and I was like, I gotta have my Yoda, you know. And it cost me twice as much. And that's the problem with some of this stuff. Like, I want to try and get unboxings to you guys quick. I want to try and get all this news to you guys like as soon as possible. And just so you know. Another reason why it's really nice to have the computer is when I set up my phone out here, like I don't have a studio. Like, I'm in my garage right now in Florida, and it's humid, and I'm already like starting to drip sweat from all over my body. I am soaking wet right now. Oh, all right. Big Bear, can you please do a quick recap status of any new Armada ships missed? Oh man, we haven't had any new Armada ships in a long time. The last Armada stuff we had a big thing was the Clone Wars came out, and we had a new starter for each faction. So yeah, and then they had one more wave after that before like the big hiccup happened, and that was what, early last year. I think it was like January, February last year when all the new stuff started coming out for Armada, but we haven't had anything in like a year and a half, almost 2 years for Armada. No, a year and a half, about a year and a half. Now there was a Rapid Reinforcements digital expansion as Asmodee put out, and that was great. It was really cool. But it was just stuff that, like, you can use a Victory Star Destroyer with the Republic now and things like that. So there really hasn't been anything new for Armada since that. That was 3 months ago. We are getting a organized play kit, and that'll be like a new scenario that you can play, but that won't be officially public until Gen Con. And I'll be at Gen Con, so I'll be able to talk to you guys about it and bring you guys some coverage. So that's fun. All right, so that's just the quick Armada since it was requested. Let's see what else we got. We're gonna talk about how much does Cody cost? How many points? I don't have a price point in dollars, but we do have a point. Cody is 105 points. Here's his stuff. This is really low res. Again, I apologize, but this is my graphics. This is what I'm working with right now until we get a new computer on order. Hopefully in a couple of weeks, I'll be back and ready to go again. But he has Observe Tooth, which is a free action. Love that. He seems very versatile. He's a sniper. He's got a range 4 weapon with 4 dice, surge to crit, lethal 1, impact 1 for the DC 15, 2 red, a black, and a white. I love that. He's got target 1. When he gets an order, he gets a free aim token. Direct vehicle. You can give that tank an order. I think tanks are going to be good, but maybe you go a little bit easier. Maybe you put an ATRT in there or something cool. I think ATRTs might make a comeback with Cody. I think that's my prediction. I think the tank is too obvious, right? That's my thought. I think the tank is too, or maybe the lat. Maybe the lat. That's a possibility. I think what clones need is more. Maybe Cody would work with Wookiees too. A lat trying to drop off some Wookiees. Cody gives the lat the free order token. Maybe you put target 1 on a vehicle too. So then all of a sudden it gets a free order from Cody, and then it gets a free aim from that as well. That's a good idea. Oh man, I'm getting list build ideas with Commander Cody already. Yeah, he looks good. He looks cool. I like him. He doesn't seem like he's overpowered, but he seems like he's very versatile when looking at his unit card. And the free action for Observe 2 seems a little nuts. Like, I like that. What broke in my PC? Oh, good. That's a good question. So I didn't know earlier exactly what broke. I knew my motherboard wasn't working because I was getting some lights inside the chassis that were blinking, and then they would eventually stay on. Sometimes they would blink, sometimes they would stay on. It was intermittent. I had reseated the RAM, trying to think that was going to do it. I went and I was trying to reseed anything else that I could find because I did a second, I let it sit unplugged. Some people gave me all kinds of other suggestions. I let it sit overnight. Today, after I got home from work, I took one more stab at it, and I pulled it over and I had it on my lap, and I was trying to just get another good look in there, see if I could see anything that had burnt or blew up or smoke or anything like that. And then when I pulled the computer back off my lap, I had coolant all over my leg. So that's when I realized what had happened is because it's a liquid cooled machine. It's about 6 years old. It was one of the earlier liquid cooled machines, but I think the liquid coolant broke and fried part of the motherboard because now hopefully my hard drives are okay. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to get those hard drives out, and I'm going to have to get, I guess, a SATA to USB kind of converter thing. But yeah, so that was really rough because the thing is, sometimes you're like, well, maybe it's my video card, but I had video for like for one time. It was very intermittent, and I think it was before like the liquid start hit that part. I had video for like just a second when it was still kind of broken, but then I had no output for anything else. Like none of the USB ports had any output. The mouse had nothing. The keyboard, none of the lights, nothing came on any of that. And like the fans would come on for a second, then go off, then they come on, and then they go off, and then they'd stay on for a little while, and then they just stay off. Like very intermittent stuff. So I had never seen that before. And when I used to do a lot of PC stuff back in like the 90s and in 2000s, everything was air cooled. We didn't start getting liquid cooling until I started kind of phasing out of building my own machines. So it's as you get older. Yeah. Yes, and I did. I reached my goal already, and I actually went past it. So I'm at the stage right now where 6 years for a PC is pretty good. But I'm at the stage right now where anything else that comes in is just going to be extra. So then maybe I can get something a little bit better, or a little bit more RAM, or peripherals, because honestly, everything in this computer is old, including the monitor and including the like the mouse and keyboard even. So like every little bit, or plus paying for shipping and tax, and then PayPal's going to take their cut. So but yes, we've actually hit the goal and a little bit past it. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm blown away, and I don't have enough words to adequately convey how amazed I am. And so I'm actually really glad that I can talk about Cody a little bit, because if I think about it too much, I don't want any tears falling out in this stream, because this is a happy stream, not a sad stream. So let's, am I building my own or getting a pre-built? I'm aiming to get a pre-built, because of the fact that, the last time I tried building my own, if you like, it becomes increasingly problematic when you order all these different parts, and then you've got like, oh, well, everything is good except I don't know if it's this hard drive if you got a bad, like a product failure, then you've got to ship. Oh, well, I have my PC's fine, but I have to ship it. I'm waiting on, Seagate to send me a new hard drive, or Toshiba to send me a new hard drive, or my RAM, I got a bad RAM stick, and so now I got to wait on, this company and all that other stuff. So, and you got to ship things all over the place, and don't like that. So the last time I actually went and got one at a local store, and I actually did have a problem with it. And it was working fine, and then all of a sudden, like after 30 minutes, it just went out. Like the video card died in it. And I'm like, I don't want to now have to ship a video card out, because good thing I just bought it at a local store. So I just brought the whole thing back up, and they just had another one on the shelf. And I'm like, here, take this one. And I just brought that one home. That one worked, and that was good. Now I've had that one for 6 years. So I like the convenience of like a local purchase if possible, but I'm going to look around. I'm looking at like some of the Best Buy deals, as well as CyberPower PC. I always like to go to CyberPower PC's website to get a good idea of what values are for what, and what the top end video card is, and what the bare bones video card is, what the AMD cards are looking like, what the AMD processors are looking like, what the Intel speeds are looking like, what kind of power supply should go with this, and that kind of helps get me acclimated again to to what I should get now that will hopefully last me another 5 years, because I don't want to waste $1,000. Main Gear also makes good pre-builts. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Curly. But yeah. I'm overwhelmed, and I'm so thankful, you guys. It's been absolutely amazing. I'm looking forward to getting this rolling and being able to, do more professional looking content with actual graphics and all of my little stuff like I like. And then like the bridge, the Star Destroyer bridge with the stars flowing in the background. And I may have to rebuild a lot of that stuff. I may have to redo some graphics. I recently did a backup. Always do backups. Backup to external drives when you can. But hopefully I can still recover all the files that I had. So that's amazing. If you're just tuning in, we also got Commander Cody spoiled for Star Wars Legion. These are my graphics now. There's more pictures than this. A lot of them are floating around, but this is the one that has the unit cards on here. So that's really cool. What units do you think they might bring as heavy upgrades? Well, talking about clones, let's go for Domino Squadron. How about heavy? I think heavy would be a perfect heavy upgrade. I really, really want to see heavy. He was one of my favorites. He was really. As long as we get Mini Crab. Mini Crab with lightsaber nunchucks. Still got Mini Crab. Yeah, I'll work on Mini Crab. So, Crowd, do you think Cody, Waxer, Boyle will be like Heroes of the Republic and X-Wing? Yeah, I think they're all going to come in the same pack. I wasn't there. I haven't heard if they said that or not, but I think that seems reasonable. Like, I think it's certainly possible, and I think it would be a very, very cool. Did they indicate when? I don't know. I wasn't at the presentation, so I wish I could give you that information. If they don't say when, by then, I'll be sure to ask them at Gen Con. I'll be trying to track down, you know, the Will Paganis and the Will Schicks of the AMG universe and seeing what good questions I have. You have to put Mini Crab on your new PC. I will absolutely do it for you guys. You know, that's something we'll do. Well, I want to, like, anybody who contributes too is going to get to recommend, like, is going to get to give me like their wish list of what they want in a Mini Crab, and maybe we can have like multiple Mini Crabs or something like that, where they kind of roll around. Maybe you get your name on a Mini Crab, right? Like, you could sponsor a Mini Crab. Oh my God, that's a great idea. That's crazy. It's gonna be a lot more work for me to make all those Mini Crabs, but that's okay, and I'll love to be able to do it because I'll have a computer to actually build them on. Oh my gosh, sponsor a Mini Crab. I should have thought of that sooner. Well, you know, that's the way it goes. So, all right, boom, there it is. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that is gonna do it for this stream. Cody is out there. I know I rambled a little bit. We do have 5s in Echo. Absolutely. But that's, I mean, we can have more. I want to see if they do Heavy and Joker and you know, and Cut Up and all of, like, and Domino Squad. Like, I want to see all, I want to see all of Domino Squad. Here's a good question for you guys, and let me know. You can let me know in my Discord. By the way, also, if you have any good PC recommendations, you know, you can drop them in my Discord. If you do them in chat here, I might miss them. So definitely drop them in Discord, maybe in the, like, in the off topic or something like that. But yes, also, do you think that they will ever do, and here's the question for you to think about. You don't have to tell me right now. Do you think they'll ever do 99 in Star Wars Legion? Not Clone Force 99. Of course they're going to do that, but 99 himself. I think that's a cool one. I think there's a way to do him. I think there's a way, but I'm just not sure, you know? So, all right. And I'm sorry if somebody in chat said that already. There's a lot of chat. I missed some of it, but I think 99 is awesome. He's an all right. Well, I'm starting to lose signal, so let me go ahead and cut this short. Thank you guys for hanging out. Big thanks to all my super chats. Big thanks to all my patrons. Thanks to all my channel members and everybody who contributed today to help me make the fund and me hit our funding goal. You guys are superstars. Thank you so much, and may the Force be with you. Bye.